But right now, we want to welcome in J.D. Wicker, Athletic Director, San Diego State, on a day where there is certainly, my goodness, J.D., a lot to discuss. Let's start with this. The reports have been put out there that you guys have hired Populous, an architectural firm, to kind of take this stadium proposal to the next step. And we all know about Populous. They're the ones that built Petco Park, doing a lot of the state-of-the-art work around all different sports right now around the country. So what is the significance of this move?
Well, first, good afternoon. Appreciate the time to be on 1360, the home of the Aztecs. And
yeah,
as we've said all along, we're interested in creating a multi-use stadium that works for San Diego State as well as other sports, professional soccer, and then as we look at the other events we want to have in there, concerts and other shows. So we went out and, we've engaged the firm that's built the last 5 college football stadiums, has built a large number of MLS stadiums, has built quite a few NFL stadiums, as we're gonna study that as well. So we're going to put our best foot forward with a firm that knows what they're doing.
I remember when FS Investors first came into the fold, into the public eye, launched their campaign. The NFL had quickly then departed or just departed from the city. So a lot of people are wondering if there was room in their plan for the NFL. So I ask you now, is there room with Populous being the architect here for NFL in this new stadium?
Yeah, so what we're looking at first is a 35,000-seat stadium that, works very well for San Diego State football, but also has, great soccer sight lines as well as we look at professional soccer and all the other events we want to do. The footprint of the stadium as a whole is large enough that if an NFL team came back to San Diego and wanted to, partner with us in Mission Valley, we would have the capability to build an NFL-type stadium on that site using, some or all of our current stadium, depending on how we wanted to work on it. And, the best part about our plan is that site's there forever. It doesn't sunset in 5 years, so if the NFL comes back in 6 years, they're able to, site on Mission Valley.
Hey, JD, I remember when we were on the road at Air Force, you guys had visited Colorado State University, their new facility. They're obviously opening a brand new stadium. Is there anything that you're going to come to the table with, the new architect, and discuss that you've seen in Colorado that you'd like to see in San Diego?
Well, the great thing is Populous designed the Colorado State building, the football stadium there, so they bring all of that knowledge with them. We really liked some of the amenities that they had, the field club. They've got what's called their New Belgium porch, which is in one end zone, where it's a main entry point into the stadium, and people can, congregate there, watch the game, grab a New Belgium beer, some food, and hang out, or, and then wander up to their seats. So saw a lot that we liked in that stadium. Obviously, we're looking to build a stadium that's very San Diego-centric, so we don't have to worry about, days in November when it's 20 degrees and snowing sideways.
J.D. Wicker, Athletic Director, San Diego State, joining us, Mark and Rich Show. J.D., you just mentioned soccer a little bit ago. Two things on that. It certainly would seem, as you kind of take this next step, that this would be the official nail in the coffin, if you will, of any idea of partnering back up with the Soccer City initiative. Is that a fair statement?
We're moving forward with our stadium plan. The university as a whole is moving forward with a site plan for what we want Mission Valley to look like, with, some portion being more a collegiate-style campus, but also with mixed-use retail, commercial space, and residential as well. So we're concentrating on moving our plans forward so that we can introduce those to the city of San Diego, and they have something to look at that's, San Diego State-centric.
Now, the other side to that is, and I'm no MLS expert, but the other side to that is I keep hearing that, the MLS structure is such that if they're going to play somewhere, that MLS team and its owner needs to own that stadium as well. But you guys are saying with this, you are very open. In fact, maybe even desiring the idea of an MLS team playing inside your stadium. What do you know about that possibility within MLS rules?
Well, I mean, I think, according to the Soccer City plan, San Diego State owns that stadium. So that argument doesn't really hold water, I guess. I'm sure that, and I know the franchise in Cincinnati would be looking to partner with the University of Cincinnati, at least to start with. So, if the MLS doesn't want to play in a stadium that we build, there's USL and NASL out there as well that we're interested in. We're interested in professional soccer. So hopefully we would be able to, we're going to build a great building, and hopefully we could find a professional soccer team that would want to partner, and we would love for it to be the MLS.
Seeing is believing in a lot of ways. I definitely like to hear a good story, but I absolutely love going to the movies and watching one. So when do we get to see renderings of a stadium? These are popular conversations to have, but I'd love to see what the plans look like. Should we be expecting those soon?
Our plan is to have our stadium concept ready to roll out by the 1st of December.
Oh, wow. And now, is that going to tie into recruiting for football? Because I realize, there was a lot of conversation about how not knowing where your future home may be could affect the ability to recruit. So is this a thought like, okay, we need to show where our future players will actually be playing, and that's why you need to get it out sometime this calendar year?
It's not coincidental that the early signing period is in early December. So, yes, we want to make sure that those recruits that are interested in San Diego State and have, verbally committed to San Diego State at this point understand where they'll be playing in the future.
J.D. Wicker, Athletic Director, San Diego State. So just kind of an open thought on all this, J.D., is where does it go from here? I'm sure you understand that sports fans who listen to this, sometimes when things get, into the world of whether it's politics or finances or initiatives, for some people that can be, a little bit complicated to sift through. So what exactly is going to play out now over the next few weeks? What's next?
Well, we'll continue working with Populous and working with the university as we look at the overall site plan, and work on getting that message out there as we get more information. And then it's going to be, once we roll out those plans, it's explaining to people, if San Diego State is fortunate enough to, be able to acquire the Mission Valley property, this is what our plan is for, SDSU West. And again, San Diego State's been in San Diego for 120 years, and this gives, us a great opportunity for the expansion of higher education and SDSU football for the next 120 years.
J.D. Wicker, listen. Hey, before you go, can we talk a little football as well? I mean, are you thinking Fiesta Bowl or Cotton Bowl? What are you thinking this year?
Well, the Cotton Bowl is not available because Western Michigan played there. So it's fun to think. Our student athletes and coaching staff are doing a phenomenal job right now. They've earned this on the field, and obviously you hope the best for them, and, they deserve this opportunity. So, we're going to keep taking it game by game, and, if we're fortunate enough to have won them all, then, I think we're well positioned to play in a Fiesta Bowl or a Peach Bowl in Atlanta versus, somebody, and our fans will be excited about it and look forward to the Aztec Nation going to Arizona or Georgia.
An important weekend for football for Aztecs as they take on UNLV for a lot of different reasons, but one that hasn't been reported all that widely since they've been so good is 6 games gives you an automatic bowl bid. So this one's huge. Does that change the way you start planning for the late fall, for December, for the bowl period? Can you make any plans as soon as you get bowl eligibility?
We will certainly start sending information out to our fans, our season ticket holders, alumni, the city of San Diego as a whole, of what our bowl options are. There's a large, I think I saw the graphic the other day. There's 8 or 9 different bowls that, we could have an opportunity to play in depending upon, what we do. So we'll start getting that information out and, really want our fans and alumni to start thinking about, where in December, mid to late December, where are you going to go watch the Aztecs play football? Because we're going to be playing football somewhere. It may be the state of Arizona. It could be the state of Nevada, the state of Georgia. Where's that going to be? And, start making your plans now.
JD, speaking of playing games in the state of Nevada, certainly that'll happen this weekend. It is a unique experience for sure. It's almost hard to make football that big of a deal when you're going into an emotional environment like this will be. What is the school, the entire program doing to prepare the guys for this situation this weekend?
The biggest thing is we're supporting UNLV and the city of Las Vegas and the state as a whole as much as we can. I've reached out to my counterpart at UNLV, Desiree Reed-Francois, who, unfortunately was touched by this tragedy in a personal way. So, we're going to participate in some things pregame. My understanding is ESPN will carry all of this live. We've had the discussions with our student athletes as to, what's happening, and, we'll be properly respectful of what was a very tragic, awful event. And, then those young men are going to go out and they're going to play football. And it's great for the people of Vegas to, hopefully have 3.5 hours to take their minds off what they've been thinking about a lot, and and for their sake, cheer on their Rebels. And obviously, I hope it's a great game, and we're the winner at the end of the day. But most importantly, that the people of Vegas have a chance to think about something else and think about something positive.
JD Wicker, Athletic Director, San Diego State. Thanks so much for coming on. Great stuff. And again, congratulations on yet another step in putting together the Friends of Sdsu initiative. We're looking forward to those renderings. It sounds exciting.
All right, guys. I appreciate it very much. Always enjoy the time.
Okay. JD Wicker on the Mark and Rich Show.